Hello and welcome to Android Magazine's unboxing of the LG G Flex 2. As the name would suggest, this is the second LG G Flex model that's been released. We did like the first one, had a lot of good things to say about it, so we're hoping that the successor will stand up to that good start. We've been supplied a model by Vodafone, but that's not the reason for the red box. And overall, in terms of actual box design, we're quite a fan. It's a little bit hypnotic. Obviously the interesting thing is what's inside the box, so let's crack it open and have a look. Here we have the phone itself. A quick look inside, it comes with its charger cable and plug. Okay, and here we have the LG G Flex 2. And the first thing we actually have to mention about this model is the curve. The flex is quite pronounced, and I'm hoping you should be able to see the curve top to bottom. So whereas the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge has got its curve on the sides, this, as with the LG G4, has its top to bottom curve, which is interesting really. It's a nice move, and you can see that it fits quite nicely to the face. With other phones with a 5.5 inch screen, they can sometimes feel a bit removed from your mouth, whereas this fits comfortably and yeah, very nicely. The other benefit as well is with the curved back, the camera and all the other buttons on the back, which we'll get to in a second, fit really nicely into the overall shape of the phone. There's nothing protruding, nothing getting in the way, nothing making it rise up uncomfortably. And so, design-wise, we like it. LG has stuck with the plastic backing. A lot of phones these days are going for metal unibodies. If you give it a scratch, it doesn't feel like a scratchy plastic. You can't hear anything, can't feel anything. It's very smooth, and so it doesn't feel not premium, essentially. It also, one of its benefits is self-healing. So small scratches, they would have to be quite small, are able to be removed from sight within a few seconds of them occurring. Now it's time to turn it on and see how it performs. And as I got the phone around this way, it's perfect time to show you that LG, if you're familiar with LG, you'll know this already, but for people who are new to the manufacturer, their on button is actually at the back here. This does take a little while to get used to, especially if you're used to having buttons down the side. But overall, it is quite nice because it does remove the buttons from the side, makes for a much cleaner design, as you should hopefully be able to see there. And there, and there. It's very clean, very nice to hold really. It's got a 2.8 GHz 64-bit Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 octa-core processor. That means it's got 8 cores all working away to create the fastest user experience possible. Now, we can't mention the 810 without mentioning some of the problems that were found in original testing with overheating. LG and Qualcomm have both said that it isn't an issue anymore. Updates have been made to the processor to remove that issue. We haven't really found any major problems. So LG has stuck with the 810 for this particular model. And being octa-core and being Qualcomm, who are known to be a good brand, it's speedy, reliable, and produces quite a good user experience. Now, you may notice that, unusually for LG, the wallpaper, the background for this phone is quite dark. There are brighter, more colourful wallpapers available that make the most of the plastic OLED screen, which has 1920 by 1080 display, and that translates on the 5.5 inch screen to 403 ppi, which isn't quite as sharp as some of the other models like the S6 or even the G4, but once you're hitting over 400 ppi, the human eye is going to struggle to notice much of a difference. Now we'll move on to the camera, which is an interesting proposition really. It's on the rear of the device is a 13 megapixel camera with OIS Plus and laser focus, and this is a really good quality camera. It's sharp, it's responsive. The OIS Plus is responsible for stabilizing the shot, so you shouldn't get any blurry shots, while the laser focus is, as the name would suggest, responsible for quick focusing on anything that you're shooting. However, a slight disappointment and a bit of a surprise is that the camera on the front is just 2.1 megapixels. So if you're a bit of a selfie fan, like a good photo, this may not quite live up to your expectations. I mean, the camera itself is pretty good. It does a job for basic selfies or kind of a lot of front-facing photography. But if you're interested in something sharp, something really clear, there are a number of models that do offer up to 5, maybe even 8 megapixels on the front-facing camera. The fact that it has a plastic body, plastic casing, does mean that you are able to take it apart, and that's something that you can't get any longer in the new Samsung, the Samsung S6. So the removable battery is definitely a boon for a lot of Android users. The battery itself is 3000 mAh, and one of their key features from the advertising, from the launch, and from what we found is fast charging. You can go from 0% to 50% in just 40 minutes, which is pretty good going. Also, the expandable storage can take it up to 128 gigabytes, which is a pretty sizable amount. So here is the inside. So we've got our battery, SD card storage, SIM card, and so really this is a very good Android phone because one of the key aspects of a lot of these models are expandable storage and removable batteries. So LG has made the decision to stick with the plastic backing and also have the removable battery and expandable storage. So overall, it's a very interesting phone. I mean, it looks very different from almost all other models on the market today, with that really pronounced curve. The backing is plastic, but a nice plastic, and the scratch resistance is a boost for anyone who has their phone in their pocket with their keys. Screen is good quality. The UX skin is easily worked with. Rear-facing camera is a very good proposition. Slightly let down by the front camera, but overall this is a very interesting phone. Okay, thank you very much for watching our unboxing of the LG G Flex 2. If you want to see more unboxing videos, just check out our YouTube page, and if you want to see an in-depth review of this phone, then there's one in Android Magazine issue 52. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.